Hello student, we are going to start with the second part of our online session on internet for computer subject standard 7. In last part we have learned about how to use the search engine and the services of the internet. Today in this lesson we are going to learn about the computer ethics and cyber crime. So let us move to our first point, that is computer ethics. These are certain procedures, values and practices that users should follow while using internet are called as computer ethics. Means whenever we are using the internet, what are the things that we should take care is considered as computer ethics. It helps us to identify and analyze the impact of internet on social and human values such as health, wealth, work, opportunity, freedom, knowledge, privacy, security and self fulfillment. These are the values that are getting considered whenever we are going to use the internet. The first computer ethics is intellectual property right. Now, whenever we are working on any school project, we are taking content from any website without the permission of creator. So, intellectual property right protects the legal right of a person over the content. Now, what actually means the intellectual property rights? It refers to a person's claim on something that they have written, invented, recorded, or otherwise owned. Means the work of any person who has created it. Any violation of these rights can be viewed as theft. So when we need to copy some content from the internet, always you should take care to give credit to website or author by giving proper citation wherever is required. Also take the help of sites which provide free content. The second computer ethics is copyright. It is the right given to the creator of the content to produce his or her work for a given period of time. Means he can use that particular work again and again for a given period of time. The creator will have full authority to reproduce, sell, or publish the work. Violating the copyright rules lead to the punishment. If you are not follow the copyright rules of the content, you are punishable under your offense is punishable under the Indian Penal Code. The third computer ethics is software piracy. Piracy is nothing but unauthorized downloading and copying of any legitimate software. The fourth computer ethics is privacy. Privacy means the security level of personal information being stored, used, or accessed by others. Means whatever the information I am going to store on my personal devices is also considered as privacy. It is used to describe the level of information shared while visiting the web pages. It also considered whenever we are visiting various websites, some of the websites are asking for your personal information. So that is also considered as privacy. Means whenever you are visiting websites, whether you are going to share your personal information, it depends on the privacy of yours. The next point in this lesson is cybercrime. Now, what is meant by cybercrime and what are the different types of cybercrime that we are going to learn in this concept. Cybercrime is any illegal activity done through the internet. These cybercrimes are punishable by law under the Indian Penal Code. The various forms of cybercrimes are copying someone's research work, harassing somebody online, credit, debit card fraud, etc. The first type of cybercrime is plagiarism. The plagiarism is nothing but copying the content of another person and then claiming it as their own without taking permission of the content creator. Means I am taking the thing from others and I am showing it as it is owned by me itself. Plagiarism is punishable offense under Copyright Act 1957, including the imprisonment of 6 months to 3 years. The second cybercrime is cyberbullying. It is a kind of harassment that occurs online. For example, insulting or posting threatening remarks about individual or group, spreading rumors, posting uncomfortable pictures of a person, etc. The next cybercrime is phishing. Phishing means sending misleading information to a user to make him believe that he has received the mail from a trusted person or organization. The next cybercrime is spamming. Spam means something posing as mail, means which is looking like a mail but it is not actually a mail. This spamming means spending the same mail in bulk to multiple recipients for commercial advertising purpose. Means these spam mails are generally look like um, advertising on internet, but they are generally used to spread the viruses. So the viruses which are attached with spam mails are Trojan horses, virus and spyware. Now we have learned about the cyber crimes to how we are going to save our information or devices from all the cyber crimes. So we are going to learn the cyber security in this concept. To protecting our data from illegal use or cyber threats is called as cyber security. There are three levels of security. The first one is application security, means whatever the application you are downloading, the security is provided to that particular application. This application security protects the application from external threats that can potentially damage the software and procedural methods of the application. Means if any application you have downloaded, it is its procedure are well defined. So if we are not able to apply the application security at that particular level, your application may get prone to the different viruses and these viruses will change the behavior of your application. The second level of security is information security. It protects digital and non-digital information of an organization from potential cyber attacks by managing its processes and tools. Means how I can protect my information, it comes under the information security. The third one is network security. It generally refers with the computer network which you are using in your organization. It stops potential cyber hazards from entering an organization's network system and harming its various components. The advantages of cybersecurity are: it provides secure cyberspace, ensures greater cyber speed and cyber defense, secures company data and information. It also acts as firewall against viruses, worms and malware. It protects personal and private information and also enhances security of cyber network. Now how we can protect ourselves against cybercrime? So to protect ourselves from cybercrime, we need to secure our mobile devices with the latest antivirus, activate the firewall and use the antivirus on the devices, uninstall unnecessary software and never download applications from untrusted sites. Check the cyber security settings. You are going to connect it with the internet. Always maintain backup of your important data. So these are the points which we have covered. These are the points which we have covered under this second part. Thank you, students.